My name is Gilad, as you just mentioned. I'm an artist. I'm a jazz musician. I play all over the world. And I'm also a writer. I wrote two fictions. One of them was translated into French. And lately I published a book called The Wandering Goo that was translated again to many languages, including French. I think that there are two French editions. This book is a complete deconstruction of Jewish identity politics. I don't write about Jews the people. I don't write about Judaism. I try to understand what Jewish identity politics is, how Jewish lobbies operate, what is the ideological, the spiritual, and the cultural impetus behind those lobbies, behind those political activity. I do believe that Jewish identity politics is very, very dangerous for world peace, probably the most dangerous political discourse. And I also think that Jewish identity politics is very, very dangerous for Jews themselves. And I would expect Jews to understand it by now, after suffering for so many times. But apparently they don't, and this is part of the problem. Of course, some Jews do understand it. The self-haters.
Yeah, so you said you're a self-hater and proud to be so.
I'm not just a self-hater. I'm a proud self-hater, and what this means is that I try to understand what is it in me which I don't like, and to try to transform this knowledge into a general knowledge so you can understand it, and also Jewish people may be able to grasp what I'm talking about. And by the way, I'm happy to say that I can see now that some Jewish people do understand what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that Zionists understand what I'm talking about. But my criticism is not just of Zionism. It is actually also a very harsh criticism of Jewish anti-Zionists. In most cases, we call them AZZ, anti-Zionist Zionists. Jews who actually infiltrate into anti-Zionist discourse and promote some Jewish tribal interests. My philosophy is very simple. Israel is the Jewish state. It defines itself as the Jewish state. Its airplanes are decorated with Jewish symbols. Those airplanes throw bombs on Palestinians, innocent civilians. This means that we are entitled to ask, what does it mean? What is the Jewish state? What is Jewishness? What is Judaism? Who are the Jews? It is very clear that the Jewish anti-Zionists want to try to prevent us from asking these questions, and by doing so, they actually divert the discourse into a Zionist comfortable zone. It's not just a political matter. It is a very, very deep cultural issue. We are not fighting with Israel or with Zionism. We are fighting with the Jewish state. That in order to understand the crimes that are committed in Palestine, and not just in Palestine, the Jewish lobby in France, in Britain, in America is pushing us now to another interventionist war in Iran. Bernard Henri Lévy is proud about dragging France into interventionist wars.
Yeah, he said he was proud as a Jew that
Yeah.
he went to
Il y a
Libya.
quelques jours que
Exactly.
vous vous étiez engagé en Libye en tant que juif et que si vous n'aviez pas été juif, vous ne l'auriez probablement pas fait. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire?
Je n'ai pas dit ça tout à fait comme cela. Ça a été tiré de son contexte. J'ai dit devant une assemblée du CRIF, oui, devant une assemblée
Le Conseil des institutions représentatives juives en France.
voilà, face à un public en majorité juive qui exprimait leur anxiété face aux révoltes du monde arabe, je leur ai dit que l'universalisme et l'humanisme juif tel qu'il les a façonnés et tel qu'il m'a façonné aussi, commandait de se porter au secours de ces révolutions arabes. J'ai dit à ce public qu'on ne pouvait pas s'être à juste titre honoré de soutenir un État démocratique au Proche-Orient qu'est Israël, et lorsque d'autres pays viennent frapper à la porte de la démocratie, leur fermer la porte au nez. C'est ça que j'ai voulu dire, et bien sûr, j'ai dit exactement que c'est d'abord le militant des droits de l'homme depuis 40 ans à qui le spectacle d'une répression aussi barbare est insupportable. Deux, c'est le français. Il était très important pour moi que mon pays, la France, que j'aime comme tous les Français, avec patriotisme, se porte en première ligne d'une défense d'une révolte dans le monde arabe. Et troisièmement, je disais à ces gens qui étaient là, à ces amis, que la métaphysique juive telle que je l'entends après Emmanuel Lévinas et d'autres commande de tendre cette main.
D'accord.
Exactly. So I want to understand what Bernard-Henri Lévy means by saying, I'm proud as a Jew. This is my right. It's not my right. This is a necessity because we are killing more and more people in the name of this interventionist ideology. So if Israel or America or France or Britain would attack Iran tomorrow in order to save the Jewish state, this war can escalate into a nuclear conflict, and this would mean that a few weeks later there will be a very big radioactive cloud over Paris. This is not going to be good news for French Jews, for Vidal, Olivier Zamor, and the entire French nation. I'm a person who tried to prevent it, to call a spade a spade. To call, if Israel is the Jewish state, I want to understand what it means.